for this instance, for this per se conversation, I'm what we call an advanced star terrestrial. I know things. I know things that you guys don't even think about. So let's have this conversation, just you and I, in whatever moment you watch this. I know how future's created. I watch over, as part of a guardianship, of the facial similarities to myself. I normally have a Polish Eve, being myself. I have doppelgangers, I think you call them. I have a Polish version of myself. I have a Yugoslavian version of myself. I then have a Iowa version of NICKLAUS, and I have a Texas version of NICKLAUS. The Iowa, in the United States of America version of NICKLAUS, is a farmer in the dirt, tractors, has hay, and has animals, farm animals. I think it was a dairy farm, but I think they weren't going into what kind of farm, because it could have been anything agriculture, when I was working as USDA. Got it? Making records. Then in Texas, we had to distinguish the difference between, on a physical inspection, between the Iowa farmer for agriculture and the Texas farmer, who I had to distinguish on my papers a different word for a farm in Iowa and a farm in Texas, which is how we got the farm. The farm boy was in Iowa, Texas. Different agriculture, but whatever. And then because of the arid climate difference in Texas, it became the Texas farm rancher. And they have farm hands. Goes along with the handsome hands of extraterrestrials on our USDA records for agriculture, for U.S. agriculture. When we were setting up the United Skins, and I had to have physical manifestation records where I was physically present and interviewing whatever in special source elsewhere on image, square image, so they knew how everything was set up and derived as it was manifesting the way that I wanted it to, based on where the Peachy Keen was headed. So Peachy Keen America was my NICKLAUS farmer in Iowa. Different agricultures under the USDA. I was present. I had a clipboard. I was asking questions and making notes for the office elsewhere in my own handwriting. Penmanship. P-E-N is a pen, right? Nobody even knew what that was back then. Then it was man, M-E-N, because there was two men. There was one in Iowa, one in Texas. And ship, S-H-I-P. For my Yugoslavian Nicole and my Polish Nicole, which are also SVETLANA. So I think I used Nicole when I was in the Americas, and in Europe I was using SVETLANA. So when we were doing doppelganger work, where the seeds could be anywhere, and I want to protect all of the children of Earth, it's just easier when I give you a facial similarity to my own. That way you understand why I would care and write the laws so stringent and abrupt to make sure the farmers were protected in the agriculture industry before all the artificial bullshit started coming over with the facially disfigured, from where SVETLANA knew more than Nicole did while she was at that interview. Are we clear? If I'm one thing and I'm in charge of a lot of things, how do I decisively explain to all area United Skins within the 50 continental postage stamps that I am trying to protect from a Magna Carta London problem that I'm experiencing elsewhere, but I'm still responsible for your unique setup of young nation that needs help and needs funding. I happen to be royalty in America and in Europe. before I'm born. I have to try to establish protection methods so the United States of America doesn't try to get bought out by a foreign nation, since that's getting very ugly over there. And I already knew that at the interview for the USDA and agriculture meetings. In my own hand, in my own penmanship. There's a reason why the words I make for the giver of words, the person who describes things, the DESCRIBE. Oh my God, it's the describe. Yeah, I scribe things in a pen, a utensil, a utility that, man, at the time I always ask, do you know what this is? And they say, well, some say writing utensil, whatever. I say, what do you use when you... Right, it all depends. Some do write, some don't write. It depends on the year, the era, what area I'm in. I know how extraterrestrials work. That's how it works. It's not crazy, it's not a mental case, it's not a hallucination. It's something you don't understand how magic works. You don't understand how your phone works either, but do I call you crazy when you tell me that you have a magic box or a magic machine that you push buttons on and it throws your voice to someone else that just has a couple of numbers, and then you guys... I mean, that sounds crazy to somebody in like early 1900s. Wait, you push buttons and you're able to throw your voice, and someone that you can't see or touch receives, and you talk at the same time. Sounds like the devil's work. Isn't it funny how you in your modern age think you're so smart and take things for granted that you weren't supposed to have, and then you call other people who know more crazy. Just know different things, that's all.